Welcome back to another edition of Action Figure Obsession. It's me, your old pal, Avian and Loaded, and fiddling around here on the workbench with some Kitbash ideas. And this is the main one. This guy I had, basically, this is one of the AIM soldiers that comes in the AIM 2-pack. You can put the Beekeeper helmet on him, or the Paladin head, or this Scourge of the Underworld head. Those are the where the heads that come in that 2-pack all originated from. And this Scourge of the Underworld head, I really, really like it. I suspect Bobby Valla had something to do with that figure, because I think it has a bit of a Valaverse aesthetic to it. I could be totally wrong about that, but I believe he was working at Hasbro at the time that head was originally created, and the Scourge figure, also known as Demolition Man, was designed. Until I hear differently, I kind of assume that the original Scourge figure that this head was borrowed from probably was a Vala initiative. So here we have a sort of militant Red Skull. You know, he probably killed a SHIELD agent and took his uniform. You know, it's the Commander Rogers body underneath. He's got a sniper rifle. It's that Hasbro sniper rifle that I think goes back a ways. It's not the easiest thing to actually use in terms of posing it, character posing it and making it look like they're actually using it correctly. But it looks good over the shoulder, right? Looks pretty good over the shoulder. Then I gave him the Schma from, that could be one from Sergeant Stalker in the G.I. Joe Classified line, or it could be the one that came with the Arctic Snake Eyes. There's a couple different characters that have come with that Schma. And then I forget whose beret this is. There's a number of berets in the G.I. Joe Classified line. And the nice thing is that there's a variety of different kinds of flash, which is the little insignia there. And even the shape of the beret varies from character to character and iteration to iteration. What do you think? Militant Red Skull? That look good? Thoughts? Feelings? Let me know in the comments. And then Captain America. I've never used this before. It kind of weirds me out. I mean, you can even see it right there, right? That finger is like unnaturally wrong. I mean, I guess if you're going for a kind of a Jack Kirby foreshortening thing, I'm talking to you, soldier. Sniff this, will you? That smell funny to you? Yeah, I've never actually used that hand before, and it really looks like he's got a hot dog that he hollowed one end out of, and out of the end of it, and put it on his finger. Hot dog cap, I don't know. This is the 2025 Hasbro Marvel Legends 40 Years of Secret Wars Captain America with the angry face, sculpted so lovingly by Paul Harding. One of 5 of these figures that I bought, and just because I could. Just because I regret not buying, 5 or 10 80 years caps or 20 years caps when I had the chance. Part of an action figure obsession is coming to realize your regrets and your patterns of behavior, and how can I sort of future-proof my collection? What if I need another Captain America? Oh my God, I better buy another one. And that's how this happens. That's how this happens. A whole lot of Cap going on, and I have no regrets. It makes me so happy to see all these Captain Americas here waiting for my inspiration. Will I give them the finger? The fickle finger of Cap. Does this smell weird to you? What do you think? What do you think? No. All right. Oh, yeah. So, each of these got varying levels of changes made in the last 15 minutes as I was sitting here fooling around in my post-prandial state. This Secret Wars Captain America, I'm starting to think may need a raison d'etre, some reason for existing beyond just standing around on the workbench. Although it is nice to have, backups just in case, inspiration suddenly strikes. I do currently have on the workbench my worthy Captain America right here with Mjolnir. Mew Mew. That is a Secret Wars cap. And then my World War II cap. See that sort of badge-shaped shield back there? The guy in the center there, he's the World War II cap with the World War II shield. So those were the two big kit bashes I got out of the 5 Secret Wars figures that I did. And I did have a Secret Wars cap in my Secret Wars display, but I took down the Secret Wars display in favor of the Thousand Oaks Jack Kirby Memorial Shelf. And the Secret Wars cap from that Secret Wars display actually carried over. So he is still in that same shelf. He's just now my Jack Kirby shelf Captain America rather than my Secret Wars Captain America. And I think I gave him a good shield too, not the broken one. He had the broken one when it was the Secret Wars. But now, baby, it's Jack Kirby, and Jack Kirby, I don't know that Jack Kirby would have ever drawn Captain America with a broken shield. What I wouldn't give to have him here today to ask him. There's a lot of things I'd like to ask him. I got to interview hundreds of comic book writers and artists and editors and publishers in a former life, and I wish that Jack Kirby had been one of them. The closest I guess I ever came was I was in talks to interview Will Eisner, who was certainly Kirby-level talent. Will Eisner, the creator of The Spirit, and the driving force, if not the actual writer or artist, of one of my all-time favorite Spirit stories, The Spirit on the Moon, if the Outer Space Spirit. If you've ever read that, beautiful artwork by Wally Wood. Cannot recommend the Outer Space Spirit more. It is peak Wally Wood science fiction with the Spirit going to outer space. And now I got an itch. I got to go read that. I got to go read that again. That's one of the few graphic novels too that survived my my comics purge. Got rid of a lot of comics a few years ago. I've been buying comics since like 1971 or 72, and I estimate that I probably have owned at one time or another over 500,000 comic books, because I was a very hardcore, literally would buy every comic book published between like 1972 and maybe 2000, and then it started to taper off. Yeah, so easily 30 years of buying everything I could, because I loved comics, and at some point along the line, maybe this deserves its own video, but at some point along the line that transitioned sort of to action figures. The secret origin of my love for my action figures is really my love for comic books, which were I learned largely to read by reading comic books. I learned about right and wrong from comic books, and especially this guy. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. People that haven't read Captain America comics don't understand Jack Kirby and Joe Simon's original intentions with Captain America. He really is the moral center of the Marvel universe, the Marvel movie universe, the Marvel comics universe. There's fewer heroes to grow up on that are better examples of how to live a life and how to conduct yourself than Stephen Rogers, Captain America. He does it for the dream. I don't know if you know that. He does it for the dream. Well, there's a little voice in the back of my head that's saying, you might be starting to ramble. And I did just want to share my my JOHANN SCHMIDT Kitbash with you here. I mean, I'm trying to figure out something to do with these extra Commander Rogers bodies. And this was I was just going through the bin of stuff you can wear. That's a bit fodder bin that I have, just wearable items. And I came up with the schma, and then the beret, and the rifle was in another bin, my rifle bin. I rifled through the rifle bin. Where you been? And I don't know, I feel like it came together. I was thinking about putting a thigh holster on him, like a drop-down thigh holster with another, so he has a sidearm too. But one of the bummers about the Commander Rogers body, this newer one from 2023 or whenever it came out, no trigger finger hands, just fists. Which, the only accessory was the shield, right? So it makes sense. But, on the other hand, Commander Rogers is a military man, much more so than Captain America, who is a superhero. I mean, they're both military, but you know what I'm saying. I think a military action figure should come with trigger finger hands. I'm just saying. Hasbro disagrees, but then again, it saves them 1/10 of 1 cent per figure. So, we have to understand and accept that, because it's just the way it is. All right, thank you for joining me for this edition of Action Figure Obsession here on the Avian and Loaded channel. Really appreciate you stopping by. As always, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, big thumbs down. Thumbs down on you, Avian and Loaded. Thumbs down. Go ahead. Please. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Be honest. If you can't be honest with yourself, at least be honest with me. Leave a comment. What do you think about the Red Skull here with his jaunty beret and his sniper rifle and his schma and his shit-eating grin? Goddamn Red Skull. Yeah. So leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. Ring that notification bell so you're informed when I do future videos. Maybe there'll be another one tonight. I mean, it's possible. I'd say it's 50-50. I'm a little tired, and I got 0 sleep last night, so maybe not another one tonight, but there might be. And if you ring that notification bell, then you'll find out. You'll be like laying in bed, sound asleep, and your phone is going to be like, beep, 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 beep. And you're going to be like, oh, God, what's going on? Is it my wife? Did your car break down? And you look at your phone, and it'll be like, Avian and Loaded has done another video, and guess what? It's about toys. And you're going to be like, oh, son of a bitch, I forgot to shut off my ringer. Anyway, that's how it usually goes for me when I get notifications. That's my whole scenario. Yours may be different. I don't know. But thank you again for stopping by and sharing 12 minutes of your day with me here on Action Figure Obsession. And I will see you on the next edition of Action Figure Obsession.